So it is day 24. um oh so it's been a mad day. I was supposed to be having a driving lesson on Friday. However, I was leaving the gym and got a message saying, can't do Friday, are you free in 2 hours? So I've literally I rushed back home, got showered, and then have been out since, what time is it? It is 8:30. Oh God, how was that? How did I even? Yeah, so he was supposed to be here at 6. He phoned me about 1:45. He was stuck in Filton, so he was like, I'm going to be about 20 minutes, half an hour late, which admittedly, I think it was about 25 minutes late. Um, we had a really good chat on the phone whilst he was sat in traffic, and just kind of gave him a little bit of my history. He got here, and unlike the history of my lesson so far is I booked a 2 hour lesson, which is not cheap. It's like £80 for a 2 hour lesson. And the first person who I went out with, he drove. We then sat in the car for an hour and 10 minutes, and he went through this folder and talked to me like I'd never sat in a car, and I've driven a car for years. I've ridden a moped. Like, I know how to drive. I just don't know how to drive a manual. Well, I do know how to drive a manual. I've clearly proven that this evening, because he turned up. He's like, right, let me just turn the car around. He turned the car around. He's like, right, swap seats. Show me what you got. Absolutely fantastic instructor. Really good. We had giggles. He got bibbed while we were out, and he's got this kind of, whenever anyone with him passes, if they see his car out on the road, they are required to bib and say hi. And he had 4 people whilst we were out, and we were only out for an hour, because I said to him, can we do an hour in your car and then an hour in my car at another time, because he was running late. I said, look, I'm happy to cut the lesson short, because otherwise it would have made his next lesson late. So yeah, so we've been driving around for the last hour and a bit. Oh my God, his car is so fucking posh. It's like this brand new Beamer. It's huge. Like, the seats, it went backwards and forwards, and this and that, heated this, and this vibrated, and cameras and buttons. Like, it was like sat in a fucking spaceship. Like, Emmy is so retro that you get in, you crunch gears. Like, even the windows in the back of Emmy are still the wind down ones. Like, I fucking love the fact that you get in, you lift the bonnet, you know exactly what shit is. In this car that I just got in, it was like a fucking spaceship. Like, buttons for the handbrake, and like, it told you when to change gear, and and the brakes. I must have done about 15 emergency stops tonight. It was so funny when I got out of the car. We both literally I said to Steve, I said, I'm so sorry. I said, your brakes are so sensitive. Like, you could literally go, whew, and the car stops. I said, I have to crank Emmy to the floor almost to get her to stop. And we both at the same time turned to his car and rubbed it and went, it's all right, I'm sorry. And then, it just had me in fits. But yeah, so I have definitely found my instructor. He is more than happy to take me on as his project. I'm not the oldest person that he has got through to passing. He is pretty confident that there is no reason why I won't pass my test in December. He straight away sussed out it was a confidence thing. He's like, you know what you're doing. He says, you just need to have a little bit more confidence with it. I said, I think it's because I had the piss taken with the last instructor. I booked a 2 hour lesson. We drove. He drove somewhere. We sat for an hour and 10 minutes. He talked to me like a child, explained to me why I should open my car door with my opposite hand, explained to me why, when we swapped seats to go for a drive, which was precisely 6 minutes, it went round the block twice, why I should walk around the back of the car and not the front of the car. And anyway, and he kept placing my hands at certain things on the wheel. He's like, you've got to move your hands. This guy was just like, nah, that's bang out of order. I can understand why you're feeling a bit, dubious about another instructor, but he's literally quashed every possible concern that I could have. Like, I have found my instructor, and me and Steve is my man. I am gonna tag him in this. He's been absolutely phenomenal tonight. Like, I cannot, my gratitude is for you, Steve. You are absolutely phenomenal. I can see why, you know, I cannot wait to be with that car driving past, bibbing you, you know, when you help me pass in December. So yeah, that's been my afternoon / evening. So I am parched. Feeling super hyped, super hyped, like just going out in the car with someone and having them say, yeah, you can drive, like, oh, anyway. Oh my god, my dreams are coming true. Finally, the light at the end of the tunnel is getting big again. So anyway, so yeah, I'm happy that my happiness is that I've found my instructor. My gratitude is for Steve. I will tag you, Steve, whether you watch this video or not. You probably won't, but I hope you don't. But if you do, you're amazing. Thank you so much for taking on this crazy project. That is me. What's a quote for today? So, and even just this little things, like he let me take pictures of all the tell me questions and the main top 10 reasons for failing the test, and yeah, so even just that, like having a list of like poor positioning, not responding appropriately to traffic lights, not moving off safely, so not checked. So and then he's given me, again, I don't know, yeah, you can just about see it, that is the test. So that tells me whether it's a what they mark on, positioning, progress, like appropriate speed, hesitation, junction signals, mirrors, show me, tell me, controlled stop if they do that. Yeah, just to know what they test on, so I can kind of be like judgment in overtaking, meeting, crossing cars, positioning, lane discipline. This other driver didn't do anything like that. He literally had a folder that had like photocopied pictures of roads inside that he'd drawn on with like a dry wipe, but he'd used it so much that you couldn't actually see the picture underneath before, and he just stood there with his pen and drew like, this is what you do, this like. Anyway, that's my past. Steve is my future. Steve is going to help me get my van. He's going to help me fulfill some of my dreams. So thank you, Steve. You are a legend already. So let's have a look. I have taken quite a lot of screenshots today. Oh god, there's been so many good ones today. Which one am I really feeling? Let's do this one. So it says, let the version of yourself that you were teach you. Let the version of yourself that you are currently comfort you. Let the version of yourself that you are becoming inspire you. You are the version that you need and needed to be in every phase of your journey. I agree. I am becoming me. Finally, I'm ripping away the layers of conditioning that my parents, society, ex-partners, bosses, jobs, friends, so-called friends. I'm ripping away all those layers that I have stuck on to kind of conform, and I'm finally finding Stacey. I've missed you so much. Like, just being out in the car today with Steve, like, there was a few moments where we really giggled, and when my dad was teaching me to drive, we didn't ever stop laughing. Like, we always laughed. And anyone that knows me knows that humor, even in my darkest hours, even when I found out my dad passed away, like, almost instantly I was relating to humor in order to control certain emotions. Like, it's a great, laughter has always been my medicine, and it's always been something that has got me through pretty much everything in my life. When I can get to a stage where I can laugh at something, I know that it's going to be okay. And yeah, this today, like I said, after my first attempt with an instructor, and it really knocking my confidence, and I think that's why I hadn't booked anything again from then, to coming away today being on such a high, it's just been amazing. Yeah, I'm so happy. I can actually see it happening. I can see my bus. I can see me sat behind the wheel of my bus. I can feel it. I can feel it coursing through. I can feel my fingers tingling at the thought of gripping the steering wheel on my bus and driving to all the places that I've dreamed of my entire life. Be fucking proud of yourself, Stacey. Like, you yeah, just be proud of yourself. You know, you're gonna have good days and bad days, and you know, but don't ever not be proud of what you've achieved. Like, you are literally, you're finding you again. You're keeping your heart open. You're keeping your, you know, everything that makes you who you are, and you know, one in a lifetime. And if no one else is proud of you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I fucking survived all of my bad days. Like, I don't feel shame or guilt or anything for anyone that I've ever given love to that hasn't returned it or hasn't treated me in the way that I've deserved, because every single one of you, my entire life, has given me the motivation, the strength and the courage to keep going and to be where I am right now at this very moment. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Everything is going to happen exactly as it's supposed to. I can't rush it. Just have to, just every day, one little step in the right direction. So what I'm going to do for this evening now is, did I say what I was going to learn? I'm going to learn this evening, if I can, oh my god, I don't know. I'm on such a high. I needed today. Like, I'm so, it was a bit of a roller coaster, because it was like I was excited about it for Friday, then he messaged and I was like, yeah, and then he was late and I was like, and then we were on the phone and I was like, look, if you need to cancel, it's fine, I'm fully flexible. And he's like, no, I'm coming, I'm gonna be there. And then obviously the last hour and a bit that I've just had has been this roller coaster, man. Shit. I'm fucking proud of you, Stace. You, yeah, that's it. I'm proud of you. So my learning this evening is to crunch some numbers and figure out how much money I can afford. Because I want to get these lessons done like ASAP, get them all booked in because he gets booked up so quick. So yeah, my learning this evening is I am going to fiddle my finances, do some tweaking. Of course I can. Of course I can fucking afford it. I was fucking a few months ago. Every couple of months I was spending £1,000 to go to America. Like, if I can do that, then I can do this. I just need to make sure that everything else that I have planned and all the other things that I need in order to achieve my goals, I'm not putting aside and I'm not throwing money away and stuff like that. And now I know I've met the right instructor. I'm absolutely not throwing money away. So I need to spend the evening calm, chill a little bit. Otherwise, I ain't going to be sleeping tonight because I'm too excited. Do some money crunching and some numbers and figure out, yeah, do some tracking on when your test is. You want a couple of lessons before, so I need to just get a little calendar and write it down. So that's going to be my learning for the evening. So not necessarily learning, but kind of like, you know, some planning, prepping for my big next step in my life that I fucking deserve so much. I'm so excited. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go and try and chill a little bit. But Stacey, I love you so fucking much. I'm so proud of you for not giving up. I'm so proud of you for being open to changing, to not giving up on your goals, to not letting other people's concerns or negative influences have an effect on you. You do at the time. You need to learn more to balance that. You need to be able to, you know, observe and not react. You're getting there. Every day is a new opportunity. Like today, there was something at work. You know what it is. You were triggered. You managed to control it. You've done it. There was a few instances in the car tonight where you would have normally just kind of gone and you didn't. You just smiled and laughed it off. Just keep going. Keep being your amazing and beautiful self, because if no one else in this world ever tells you you are good enough, you are strong enough, you are beautiful enough, you are worthy, you are love, you are one in a lifetime, and anyone in your life who gets to experience you, it's, you know, that's a blessing. So keep being you, keep learning, keep cracking open, keep peeling off those stinky onion layers that you don't need anymore. Find you, find what makes you tick, find the purest you that you know is deep in there. You know it's ready to come out. This last experience has cracked that egg. You just need to keep going. Have a great evening. Do what you need to do. I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will keep staying kooky. Yeah, just go do some shit. Go get rid of some of this energy. But yeah, I love you. I'm proud of you. Be good.